Hi, this is Bobby Satcher of the STS-129 crew, and you're watching NASA TV.
Morning, Bobby.
Hey, good morning, Aki, and just wanted to thank my wife, Dewana, for that song. It's great wake-up music from Stevie Wonder. We're looking forward to a good day. Thanks a lot.
Setting up for today's rendezvous and docking with the International Space Station Shuttle Atlantis. We'll be undergoing a series of course correction burns.
Atlantis Houston, for the upcoming OMS burn, just a reminder for the DDUs.
This is the first burn of the morning. There will be several more between now and docking time at 10:53 a.m. Central Time. These burns will continue to close in Atlantis' orbit, in on that of the International Space Station. There's about 200 miles separating the two spacecraft now, but that distance will be closed up here very quickly.
Atlantis, good config for the burn.
Copy. Thanks, Dan.
Ignition confirmed. The propulsions officer here in Mission Control saying that we have good control. The engines are performing as expected.
Atlantis, good burn, no trim required.
Copy. Houston, we'll give you a tally-ho on station now.
Houston copies.
It's a little bigger than I remember.
We've been working hard on it. And, Scorch, we had ISS cameras on you for the OMS burn. It was pretty spectacular.
Cool.
This is Mission Control Houston taking a look at the orbiter docking system inside Atlantis' payload bay now. This is the part of the shuttle that will actually make physical contact with the International Space Station coming up in about 4 hours. On board the International Space Station now, Expedition 21 flight engineer Jeff Williams there, working inside the Destiny laboratory. The entire crew wrapping up their morning activities, getting ready to welcome Shuttle Atlantis later on today.
Atlantis, we like your final TI solution, your go to burn the onboard.
Okay, thanks, Dan.
Once this left OMS engine fires up, we should see it fairly clearly in this camera view from on board the International Space Station. The team reporting that the engine is firing. They have good control. Everything is performing as expected.
Atlantis, good burn, no further trim required.
We agree, Stan. Station, this is Shuttle Atlantis, com check. Hey, Scorch, station here. We got you loud and clear, and had tally-ho a while ago on you. You guys are looking good. Awesome. You guys, too. Pretty bright object in the sky today. We picked you up this morning. You're just a little dot, pretty big now. Yeah, and growing ever more by the minute, I bet. We're looking forward to seeing you guys. Jeff, I heard you had someone up there looking for a ride home. Yeah, actually, she's got mixed feelings. She's not sure. She hasn't decided yet whether she's going to go or stay. Tell her we've all bathed. We're okay. Okay. I'm sure she'll make the decision in time for undocking. Okay. So when we close the hatch, she's got to have her choice. Actually, we're removing her seat liner today, so she has no choice after that. Oh, real nice.
Atlantis, Houston on the big loop. Shuttle and station are go for RPM and for approach within 600 feet.
Awesome. Go for RPM. Go inside of 600 feet. And station copies.
And there you you see Space Shuttle Atlantis as it and the International Space Station pass over the South Pacific Ocean. They are about to cross the western edge of Peru here in just a few seconds. The shadow of the International Space Station being passed over the wings of Atlantis as the two pass over South America at an altitude of about 220 miles.
All right, station, we're going to start the RPM, ready, mark. Copy RPM, start, mark.
So at 9:52 a.m. Central Time, the rendezvous pitch maneuver begins for Shuttle Atlantis. This backflip maneuver will last about 9 minutes. During this time, Nicole Stott and Jeff Williams, the two flight engineers for Expedition 21, will be inside the Zvezda service module, taking photos of Atlantis. Nicole Stott will be using a camera with a 400mm lens on it. Jeff Williams will be using a higher powered camera with an 800mm lens on it. That 400mm lens can see resolutions of up to 3 inches. The 800mm lens can see resolutions of up to 1 inch. This will give the teams here in Houston good data and analysis of Atlantis' heat shield to make sure that the shuttle is faring well and is ready to go for the re-entry at the end of this mission.
Station, start photos.
Jeff Williams and Nicole Stott continuing to take their pictures. There will be several hundred pictures downlinked to the ground here in Houston beginning today, so that the teams here can combine this imagery with the video and the data they received yesterday using the orbiter boom sensor system to get a good picture, both literally and figuratively, of the state of Atlantis' heat shield to make sure that the shuttle is in good shape and ready to go for the rest of the mission. All of this will also be combined with the imagery that will be captured during what's called late inspection after the shuttle undocks. But so far, Atlantis appears to be in very good shape. The 3 main engines and the 2 OMS pods coming into view now. You're also getting a unique view of the shuttle's robotic arm attached to this Express Logistics Carrier number 1.
Atlantis station on the big loop. RPM is finished. We see you number 1 for arrival on docking port PMA2.
I was hoping there was nobody in my way. We're coming at you. Copy.
Commander Hobart continuing to steer Atlantis. Closer toward the International Space Station, you also see Randy Bresnik there on the right part of your screen using a laser rangefinder. They are aiming that toward the station to confirm their distance as they continue to close in on the orbiting complex. Here inside Mission Control, both the station team and the shuttle team have both done their polls. Both are go for the docking. They will give the crew the go-ahead here shortly once they reach the 310 feet mark away from the International Space Station.
Station Atlantis, 240 feet now, close.
Atlantis, station copies.
Atlantis now 237 feet away from the International Space Station. The team here in Houston beginning to fine-tune its expectation of exactly when the docking will take place. It is scheduled for 10:53. It may be a couple minutes later than that based on the orbital dynamics and the results of all these maneuvers that Atlantis has been performing.
Station in Houston, Atlantis is executing final approach.
Station copies, final approach.
Houston copies, final approach.
Station Houston, Atlantis, capture confirmed.
51, just
Docking confirmed at 10:51 a.m. Central Time. Atlantis has arrived at the International Space Station. The two spacecraft traveling at an altitude of 220 miles between Australia and Tasmania.
And so hatches opening between the two spacecraft at 12:28 p.m. Central Time today. The Space Shuttle crew of Atlantis joining the crew of STS-129 aboard the International Space Station. There's Charlie Hobaugh, the commander of Atlantis, joining with the crew first, meeting Frank DeWinna, Bob Thirsk, Jeff Williams, Roman Romanenko, Max Suryev, and Nicole Stott. The Expedition 21 crew aboard the International Space Station. Hobaugh followed in by pilot Butch Wilmore, mission specialist Mike Foreman, Randy Bresnik, Bobby Satcher, Leland Melvin, a very full Harmony module. And so the 12 humans aboard the International Space Station now gathered in the Harmony module for welcoming ceremonies. The next activities for the joint crew on board the shuttle station complex will be the transfer of spacesuits to the Quest airlock from the shuttle to get ready for the first spacewalk of the mission tomorrow by Mike Foreman and Bobby Satcher. In addition, the spacewalkers working to configure their tools and prepare the equipment portion of the airlock for their overnight camp out to get ready for the lower pressures they'll be working at inside the extravehicular mobility spacesuits tomorrow. Transfer of some supplies and equipment also occurring early in the joint docked phase of the mission. Among those, some butterfly larvae of the painted lady butterflies. It's part of an experiment associated with the National Space Biomedical Research Institute. We're receiving some downlink television from the external payload bay cameras of the Space Shuttle Atlantis. We have released the External Logistics Carrier 1 from its payload retention latches, and it is being slowly moved out of the payload bay by Bresnik and Melvin. Again, they will be handing over this External Logistics Carrier to the space station's robotic arm. This carrier, developed at the Goddard Space Flight Center in Greenbelt, Maryland, contains several critical spare parts for the International Space Station, a battery charge and discharge unit, a latching end effector replacement for the space station's robotic arm, a control moment gyroscope for the station's orientation control system, a nitrogen tank assembly, a pump module assembly, and it also includes room for 2 additional spare parts to be delivered to this carrier at a later date. Shuttle crew members releasing Express Logistics Carrier 1 from its payload retention latches in the payload bay at 1:30 p.m. Central today, lifting it up into the first hover position at 1:52 p.m., following that at 2:04 p.m. with a movement to the intermediate position. And then at 2:11 p.m., the carrier was in the proper handoff position. And at 2:13 p.m., Atlantis crew gave the space station crew a go for grapple with the space station's robotic arm. That grapple took place at 2:25 p.m. Central Time. At 2:27 p.m., the station crew gave the shuttle crew the go to ungrapple the cargo carrier. And at 2:32 p.m. Central Time, the shuttle's robotic arm released the cargo carrying platform over the coast of Mexico and the Pacific Ocean. Station crew piloting the robotic arm, Jeff Williams and his shuttle colleague, pilot Butch Wilmore, continuing to maneuver the robotic arm into position for the installation of the cargo carrier onto the port side of the truss structure for the station.
Atlantis for HD downlink.
Go ahead, Butch, for HD downlink.
Hadn't had time to really review this, Megan, but I'll sit here and we'll go through it, and I'll let you know what's taking place as we proceed.
That sounds great.
Getting ready for the day. Big day, of course. A lot of rendezvous burns, rendezvous, ELC on berth and install, UMU prep, a lot of activities. We did take a little time out to have a little chow, though. And we got a little bit of time as well to get a little email work done.
Well, like they said, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Yes, sir. Using some Astro Edge.
Say it doesn't lather that good, huh?
All it has to do is lubricate. It doesn't lather much.
Okay. What's for breakfast, Butch?
Can't you see it floating around?
Eggs.
All right.
And they exploded. But we successfully retrieved all of them.
Outstanding.
The mirror. This little mirror is is turned. Whoa.
I tried, man.
Stalling the coas?
Stalling the coas and catching Butch's eggs.
Hey, did you make sure it was...
Set up with all our monitors for rendezvous getting prepped. And here's an arms burn. You see the tail glowing a little orange there.
More footage of the arms burning.
How red the tail is.
How many seconds?
There we go.
Before you rendezvous and dock, of course, we want to get the EMUs out of the airlock, so this is transferring the EMUs into the middeck from the airlock. The station's starting to get closer. A couple more burns. TC Scorch is transferred to the aft cockpit. I'm in the front, and we're getting closer. We're about the MC2 time frame here.
Station, this is Shuttle Atlantis.
MC2.
Hey, Scorch, station here. We got you loud and clear, and had to tally home a while ago, and you guys are looking good.
Awesome. You guys too. Pretty bright object in the sky today. Picked you up this morning. You're just a little bit off. Pretty big now.
And growing ever more by the minute, I bet. We're looking forward to seeing you guys.
Absolutely. Catch you in a bit.
This is what our mid-deck looks like now. Now that we're getting ready to dock with the International Space Station, we've moved a couple of EMUs down. We also have a bunch of supplies that we're going to transfer to the ISS.
There's the video proof of my long-range shot. I don't know what's the difference between a long range and a radiator.
I think you're right. It'd be in between them. Station for the -3 burn. 8,000.
Sold out.
I need to bean you, man.
Got a beater.
And Scorch, we copy all. Nice to hear your phone.
Alright, now we go. Let's see, door there. Range 3,000. Final target. TCS is good.
Do we have the Hissel by the standby already?
Oh, yeah. It's in the locker. Nice. We may need that for the robotics option.
Really?
Okay, so it's asking for so it says NB off right there. Take it off one. Off another.
When's the RPM start?
2020, really 2024.
2024 is when we can start it.
Right. The last to make.
Okay, yeah, you're just adding 2 seconds.
Okay. 600 HHLs.
No, we're all just caught up in doing it right. Glad somebody's enjoying it. A.N. Butch.
A.N., I agree. I see you still drifting back. See it at 02 right now, heading to 01.
Correct. So I'm trying to sneak back there.
TCS is good. Lock up one and factor 7.
And I want a negative X dot at initiation, so we got it right now. I'm happy with that. Once we come out of the RPM, we'll have a positive X dot. Another baby left coming.
Okay, remember, Scorch, the KU power to standby as we're pitching.
Okay.
When we go KU power back on, we're going to expect the rendezvous radar message.
Here comes the sun. The sunlight. That is strong.
Oh, sorry, we have to sacrifice your optics to do the laser bulbs. Your vision.
Scorch, you agree another in?
Yep.
Cool daddy.
Probably another.
Thank you, sir, Mavner. Give me the time, Butch, right now. No, tell me when we're at 7 minutes. I'll start my own.
Okay, good. Three minutes.
Good catch. Oh, physics. 102. I got a minute. 2 minutes?
2 minutes and a couple seconds.
Is that it for the in-score?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Scorch.
So let's just coast for a second.
You started it? Yes, it's going to focus our way out. So I'm going to stop and I'm going to start it with
It's out of a minute.
That was an AN.
That's good.
All right, so we're going to do the 600-foot in net, 0.2 to 0.3, as you already said. We got a negative X dot. I believe we are close enough to node 2. It's really hard to see.
Node 1, you're on the very leading edge of the lab. It's a little after you're going out, so that should work out.
Yeah, I don't believe. You can see it in there?
Yeah, right there's node 1. There's the lab.
Hey, Megan, what's the terminating time on this CWC fill?
We're within limits. You can see it in that view. We're free drift,
Great.
Butch.
Free drift.
Bottom 15 plus 270.
I'm watching it. I see 270.
Okay, item 19 is
Agreed.
coming.
Item 19.
See it? This is what
Scorch my 80, I was tracking right down the middle. No y'all.
Hey, we got that from yeah, we're showing up 22 high. Okay, can you look at that?
Nice job, Scorch.
Look at that. Looky here, looky here. Beautiful.
15 more degrees, Scorch.
I agree.
That could not be more perfect. Look at that. Wow.
Right up the middle.
Oh, we're going to go Pry A auto. We're A Pry going auto now. All right, Butch, 60, we're going to go KU to on, and we'll get that message, eh?
Couple more seconds.
Float it back to the
.11, .11.
Okay.
I'll give you TCS.
Check no low Z.
No low Z.
That's a speed brake light, Mike.
9 mark.
Got PCT on?
PCT's on.
It is. .1, .1, 1.
8 mark.
.1,
Looks good
.11.
out the window.
I like what I'm seeing here.
7 mark.
Wow. It's when they come together. Wow.
Switching sides. 6 mark.
.11, .1.
That data's no good. Okay. 5 mark.
.1, .11.
4
Getting there, Lean.
mark.
.11, .1.
3
Getting there, get ready.
mark. Out the window.
Yep, out the window.
.11's what I saw on both.
Ready with the timer?
Ready?
Got that?
Coasting in, coasting in.
18 inches. 9 inches.
Ready?
2 inches.
Fire.
It's the initial contact, we got capture.
Capture. Station Houston Atlantis, capture confirmed.
No free drift yet. Still steady light. We're free drift.
And Atlantis
Flashing lights.
free drift.
We'll see free drift on them too.
Free drift.
Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job, man.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Flight controller power's off.
It's off.
Ready, comrade?
Speed brake throttle is off.
TCS PCT is disarmed, right?
Yes, it is. Just on.
All right, y'all show, man.
Good.
Oh, not as good as you. All right, we'll get these things. Frank, how you doing? Nicole! There's a crazy chick.
For the shuttle to the station is they're upside down, they're 180 out.
That whole docking mechanism is a mystery to me.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that with us. It was sure exciting to see all of that today and the final moments of rendezvous in particular. It felt like we were right on board with you, so we appreciate you sending that down.
You bet. Well, again, we'll try to do a little bit better tomorrow. We're learning as we go.
You're doing great.